Good morning, Algonquin. This is Mr. Messia
and Mr. Gala
with your morning news. But first, here's the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, Algonquin. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, happy May 1st, everybody. Spring is in the air and things are warming up, and this weekend it looks like the weather's going to be pretty good to get outside and enjoy the fresh air and maybe start smelling the tulips too. Sean's runs this weekend as well, speaking of things going on this weekend, and we encourage you to participate by running your own 5K, walk or run it on May 2nd or 3rd. And just remember to follow those social distancing and safe guidelines. Send a picture or video to Ms. Keenan at their email address that's provided there, and learn more about Sean's Run and all the great work that organization does with the link seansrun.com. A reminder to sixth graders that if you're interested in registering for the pre-algebra entrance process, you must do so by the end of the day on Monday. Also a reminder for seventh graders interested in earth science for next year, you also must register by Monday as well. Remember to check your email from the beginning of the week, for registration information. Coming up next week, it's Natural Disasters Week, brought to you by the sixth grade science crew. Check out some of the awesome projects that have been turned in from sixth graders coming up on Monday. Right to what you're reading. This one coming in from Piper, who's been reading White Star, a dog on the Titanic. 12-year-old Sam, a passenger on the Titanic's maiden voyage, volunteers to help care for the dogs in the ocean liner's kennel and becomes fast friends with the Irish setter of the ship's owner. Piper writes, my favorite scene in the book, White Star, is when Sam met a dog on the Titanic that looks like his old dog. When they met, the dog, he knew they would have a good relationship with that dog. I like the scene because the book would not be interesting without the dog. Also, this scene made the book interesting and made me think, will this become his dog or will they become best friends? Thank you, Piper, for that great review. Also, an announcement that Sora has Sora Sweet Reads all the way through the end of July. These are books that are always available for you to check out. Here's just a small sampling of them that Ms. Ekstrom sent in. Check them out on Sora. Speaking of Ms. Ekstrom, here she is with a book review for you.
Hey Algonquin, this is Mrs. Ekstrom, and today I want to talk to you about this awesome book I just finished called Who Was Stan Lee? You probably know Stan Lee from Marvel Comics. This book is by Jeff Edgars, and I'd like to tell you more about it. I learned a lot from this book about Stan Lee. Stan Lee is the creative dynamo behind Marvel Comics, and he often stole the limelight from his coworkers because he was so charming and charismatic. At one point, he's actually going to work for their rival, DC Comics. He actually also convinced movie executives to put Superman on the big screen. They weren't really sure it would translate well to the movies, but it was a box office smash. I thought this book was so interesting, and you don't even have to be a comic book fan to enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Thanks, Ms. Ekstrom.
Ms. Reinish's quote of the day, there are many great deeds done in the small struggles of life. And this quote was by Victor Hugo.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. If it's your birthday, put your hands up. If it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Zoe, Aiden, and James. And then over the weekend, Mrs. Parada, Michael, and Landon. Have great birthdays, guys. Caught Being a Warrior today. 49 cents for his outstanding video from yesterday's Throwback Thursday. It's worth watching again if you have a few minutes.
And let's remember that school is not just a place. It's Friday. Let's get some work done before we start our weekend, and let's make it a great day. Go Warriors.
But before we go, some studio art projects from Miss Doyle students.
And that concludes this morning's announcements. Remember, start to finish, every day, we embody the warrior way.